Venice with Love featuring Giada Valenti.
That's the latest show that we are doing and that we are planning to film for PBS. And actually, I'm Venetian. So I was born and raised in Venice, Italy. I moved to New York City only 8 years ago. And with this show, even though I sing songs that everybody will enjoy, I shared a lot of story, of course, of my growing up in Venice. And everybody loves Venice. It's a very romantic city. I'm always saying that maybe I'm so much into romance and romantic music because growing up in Venice, it doesn't matter where you're walking and what you're doing. You see all people in love in Venice. Somehow everybody was in Venice.
Yeah.
Celebrate love. So I love. Yes.
Michele, you've been to Venice.
Yeah, and I'm actually heading there after Germany. I'll be in Venice.
Oh, great.
Yeah, Giada, I was at, my mother and I, we went to Carnevale one year. It was fantastic.
Oh, beautiful.
Magical time in Venice.
Yeah.
Magical time. Giada, I think I've actually seen you perform.
Really?
Yes. Did you perform at the Palace Theater? No. In Stamford?
Yes, I did. I'm good friends with the mayor of
Yes,
and
yes.
Michael Pavia, so I did several things at what a beautiful theater is the Palace Theater.
Yeah, I knew your voice sounded familiar, your name, but when you said you were from Venice, I said, this must be the same woman that I saw perform.
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
What a coincidence. That's great.
Yeah, and you are a
Beautiful
beautiful
world we are.
singer. It is, but you are a beautiful singer. And I remember you wore this beautiful white dress, right?
Yes, you're right.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it was then was something for the Miss Italy.
Yes,
Italy
yeah,
in the world.
yes.
Yes.
That was a couple years ago, right? A few years ago or
Yes,
something?
a few years ago, yes.
Oh,
Fantastic performance.
Oh, gosh, I wish I saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My
it was
gosh.
it was a nice event. And I love the theater, actually. And
Wonderful theater.
Stamford is such a beautiful city, actually. All Connecticut is it's a very nice, so different than New York City.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's
very
so
different.
quiet and beautiful and clean and organized. And
Yeah.
Major Five is a friend of mine, and you have a great mayor over there.
We have a beautiful mayor. Mike Pavia is the best.
Mhm.
He's
Yes,
a wonderful
he's the
mayor.
It is.
And, Giada, you've also did concerts in Long Island.
Yes. I must say, once a year, actually now twice a year, we always do big concerts in Long Island. I create myself a huge following over there. So, and I'm going back in March 23rd next year. I've just been there a few months ago. And they have I started maybe 2 years ago to perform in performing arts centers. And, of course, the first group of people that always comes are always the Italian American, which is adorable because I'm always saying in my concert, when I can always recognize the Italian people in the audience because they all look like aunts and uncles and people I know in Italy. Even if you guys are born here and you're third generation, I'm always saying, oh yeah, that looks like that person. So
It's familiar.
yeah, it's very
so
familiar.
funny.
It's incredible, right?
Yeah,
and I'm very thrilled. I mean, I love everybody. Every single person that comes to my concert. I'm always, if you come to a concert, I close the concert thanking everybody and remembering something that my grandmother said to me. If you are growing older, you are lucky enough to build a career with the music.
Mm-hmm.
So never forget to
Yes.
be grateful for each and every one in your audience because if it wasn't for them, you would be singing under the shower.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
And it
That's
stays with me,
very
so
true.
I really love, my grandmother, she was a great inspiration for me because she,
Yes.
I'm very blessed that I was, maybe I would say the same if I was German, but I'm very happy that I was Italian because we have family values and some things that are very special about us.
No question about it. And we do. We show a lot of love, as Michele and Armando know, through music and through food.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, food, it's something that is really, I have to stay in shape because, as a performer, yes, nevertheless, I love my food. I prefer to eat maybe a small portion, but it has to be some delicious food.
Oh,
and
of course.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah.
boy, and I'm always talking about food, and I think it's really in us. I mean, we're having breakfast, and we said, what shall we have for dinner? What shall we have for lunch?
That's
and
what we
then during
said.
lunch, what shall we have for dinner?
My dad used to say that to my mom every morning. He got up, honey, what's for dinner? Honey, what's for dinner? Oh, my gosh, but that's what we do. That's what we do.
And my grandmother's, from my father's side, she's more from the south of Italy. My father is Ciociaro, so it's
Oh, yeah.
Salerno between Rome and Naples. And
Yeah.
they're even more closer to the food. And I remember
Yeah.
going to Grandma in the summer, and we were still sleeping, and we could smell already.
Yeah.
And we were like, what did she doing?
Like on Sunday morning, the meatballs fry and you hear the sizzle.
Yeah.
You hear the sizzle.
So it's, I mean, I'm always, and I share all these stories. I mean, even though I sing the Carpenters, La Vie en Rose with Edith Piaf, I sing in French, in Spanish, and people love this story because I'm always saying we have a great cultures. We are very, very close to each other. We have a lot of love for everything we have in our life. We were very grateful, I think, as Italian. We are funny too because I'm always saying there is no people in the world that can fight as Italians do with each other. We are always having an enemy we are talking to and fighting with, and then 10 minutes later we say, by the way, you want to come for coffee and cake?
Yeah, I know. You have one good fight and then you're best friends, you know?
Yes, that's
what it's about.
Yeah.
And you know, Giada, I have to tell you, everyone, I have a little book about how you know you're Italian, and your normal voice is yelling. Well, that's what we do at our house.
Yeah.
We yell.
I've been told, I mean, I'm married to a Dutch guy.
Uh-huh.
So I've been told when we were just going together, because we actually met and married very quickly. We met and we married 9 months after.
Wow.
Yeah, it was, I mean, I wrote a song about it because it was a very nice love story. And I remember him when he could not speak Italian at the time, that he said that it was always like we were having fight with each other. Next thing we were just having a normal communication.
Yeah. That's what my husband says when he comes to our house.
Does he?
He says, why is everyone always so angry? I said, what are you talking about?
I know.
That's how we talk.
And when my brother and I are on the phone, we're yelling. I said, my brother, hang up the phone. Just open the window. I'll hear you. Just open the window.
And I think it also has to do, when you don't understand the language, somehow you pay more attention to all this kind of thing. And we have a kind of loud, but I must say Americans, they also speak very enthusiastically, so there's not many differences. And then again, it depends also which person you're coming across. I have friends in Italy that are very quiet.
I know, and I think people that come to our home that are not Italian, they look at us like we have 5 heads because all we're doing is yelling.
We are funny people. I guess that's why everybody wants to be an Italian. I'm always saying, my show, there are only 2 kind of people: Italian and non-Italian. Yeah. want to be Italian. So, how many of you want to be Italian? They always raise their hands because they always half of it are not Italian, but they raise their hands, and I'm always saying, I'm sorry for you, and then I make them Italian for the night. So.
Nice.
Everyone, Steve Gladstone will tell you. When I meet people, sometimes I make their name like Steve Gladstone does a show here, and I make him Steve Glastoni. I always make a little extra for the Italian name in the back. Giada, are you now living in Are you now living in the United States?
Yes, I have. I kept my place in Italy. I still have my apartment near Venice, but I have a second home in New York City. As 8 years ago, when we came here, we decided that we wanted to spend a lot of time here and try to build a following and have a career here. And I must say that I loved it since the first week. I lived previously in Amsterdam for 5 years, in Holland, and it was a beautiful country. I got my first record deal there and a lot of success, and then I moved to London. London was different. I'm Italian, I need the sun, and in London it's a beautiful city, but I never have the sun. I remember living there a year with no sun, and then I got the chance to move to the United States, and I love it here. I love the American mentality, the positivity, the fact that you guys always give chance to people. There is always the first chance. That's not the case always in Italy. That's something that many Italians are suffering right now. Young people, they cannot get a breakthrough in whatever career they want to start. And that's something that it's very sad. I hope things will change with the time also for Italy. But I love this country because even though now everybody said we are not going through the best period in America, still there are chances for people that are willing to work hard. Nothing is easy. I received so many letters. I've been guest in many Italian programs, and when Italian people, they see the success I'm having here and all the opportunity I'm getting here, I get all letters for young people that they say, we want to come to America. And I always make clear something, that this is not a country where it's easy.
Right.
Actually, it's extra difficult because the competition is killing. And, it's a huge country. Everybody comes here to achieve their dreams, so you have to fight for it. But I'm always saying it's a beautiful country because you can get the chance. I remember the first time, I took tell you, I was here only a couple of months, and I said to myself, how do I start to sing? Where do I start to perform? And I saw that there was in New York City the Italian-American Chamber of Commerce.
Mm-hmm.
So I called them. I said, they are Italian like me. I said, my name is Giada Valenti. I'm a singer. And I remember the president at the time, that then became a dear friend of mine, but at the time it was an unknown person, Berardo Paradiso. He said to me, send me your material. Yeah, Berardo is an incredible man and a wonderful friend of mine. I sent the material to him, and when he called me 2 days later, and first of all, he compliments me for the picture. He said, but I also have a question about the picture. Is that a recent picture, or you took it 20 years ago? He said that we Italians, we tend to send pictures that were 20 years ago. I said, well, actually, I took it last time. I didn't know what he meant. I said, I took it last year. I said, oh, okay.
How funny.
How funny. Doing this gala event, he said, at I think it was at the Plaza at the time, and he said, you're going to, I give you the chance. You will be performing. He said, if you're good, the whole Italian-American community, there is something in New York City will be there. So if you're good, you're going to build something. If you are horrible, I'm going to have you're going to have a bigger one. Because you're not sing again. But I mean, in Italy, it's even difficult to get there. You really have
just
to know
a chance. Just a
so
chance.
this is a country opportunity. They give you the opportunity, and then you have to prove yourself.
You have to prove yourself every day. That's very true, Giada. So, Giada, you're going to be performing Wednesday evening at the Piano Room of et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, it's a beautiful intimate room. Normally we do performing arts and theater. This is an intimate space that I love. The owner of the place is a dear friend of mine. He's from Trieste. He's an Italian too, and he lives only 20 minutes from where I'm from. And we do it once in a while. We use the space to do a little concert, and I will be there with my old band. We do the From Venice with Love. I'm going to have the honor to have Jim Masters, which is one of the national hosts of PBS. It's going to be my master of ceremonies, so it's going to be a great event.
Wonderful.
And the concert is on the piano room upstairs, but if people want to come and is in the city, they can have an incredible dinner before or after the show in the restaurants. There is an incredible restaurant downstairs, et cetera, indeed, where they serve very much authentic Italian food. Talking about food, and I'm always my fans. They know that I go there a lot. They always make fun that they have the most incredible risotto and the tiramisu out of this world.
Risotto.
Every time I perform there, my fans said, "So, are you going to have your risotto and tiramisu?" I'm like, of course I will.
That's wonderful, Giada. You're excited about this?
I'm always, yes, and actually it's also, I'm very excited because we are working, as I said before, I've been asked by PBS to put together a show that has to be filmed, like Andrea Bocelli did. We're going to also go into Venice to film several parts of the whole specials in Venice, and we are working we're actually finalizing all the deals, and every time we do this, we call it concert/showcase. It's always exciting. We improve the show. I have an incredible team of people on board, so I'm very excited that next year, hopefully, it's going to be even a more successful year for me in a way that I will be able, through PBS, to bring my music all over in the United States and build a really national tour. So it's an exciting time.
Wonderful, auguri.
Yeah, grazie.
Yeah.
Grazie di cuore. Do you all speak Italian, by the way?
Io
non parlo italiano, mi dispiace.
Come no, non parli italiano?
No, mi dispiace, non posso parlare oggi.
Armando è siciliano, giusto? Michela invece di dov'è?
No, lui non è siciliano. Sei siciliano? No, il cognome è siciliano.
Mio cognome è siciliano, io sono calabrese.
Sei calabrese. Michela sei?
Io sono minturnese della regione di Lazio.
Oh, del Lazio, come il mio papà.
Sì, la ciociara, ecco.
Oh, I love this.
Sei ciociara pure tu. E MaryAnn di dov'è?
Where are you from, MaryAnn?
Calabria and Naples.
Calabria and Naples. We represent all Italy together.
Yeah.
That's good.
My mother's family from Rose, my grandparents, and my father's grandparents from Naples.
Oh, beautiful. And I mean, all the places we mentioned. I mean, Italy is beautiful everywhere. Sometimes they ask me, where shall I go if I go to Italy? I'm like, try to go everywhere.
Yeah,
to go everywhere. North, south, east, west, everywhere.
And you know, when I was in Italy, Giada, I loved Florence.
Oh, it's a beautiful place, right?
Beautiful.
It's my father's
and Sorrento.
place.
Really, I loved Florence. I thought it was just absolutely gorgeous. But they're all beautiful.
Yeah.
Milan, Sorrento.
Oh, Milan is beautiful. I mean, every city has something different. And what I love about Italy, I mean, many people think that Italian food is only pasta with meatballs and pizza. If you go to Italy and you're lucky that you can travel from one region to another, every region has a different food.
So different.
Because and if you go deep in the south or deep in the north, it's like they're completely two different countries because they cook with the ingredients that they have, and the weather is completely different. So the ingredients that they use for the kitchen is completely different. In the south of Italy, they have incredible vegetables, the melanzane, and and I've been lucky of being everywhere, and everywhere in Italy you eat well and different. So I'm always trying to
you learn.
Actually, also with my content, when they ask me, I'm always trying also to let them know that there is more than pasta with meatballs. Italian food is very. I mean, my favorite chef on television, of course, Lidia Bastiani.
She's wonderful.
But it's also Giada Valenti. We always get confused, and Giada really cooked in her program more than modern food, let's say, that we are cooking nowadays in Italy is more light. And because many people said, how do you stay so skinny if you eat all the pasta? I'm like, because you don't become fat with pasta. It's what you put in the pasta that
that's very
a lot of fat and stuff. And
Giada Di Laurentiis, she's always smiling.
She's adorable.
She's absolutely adorable.
Yes,
really. She's a happy chef.
Yeah. But Lidia Bastiani, she is fantastic. She started Italy in New York, so she has grown this movement. Her with Mario Batali have really propelled the Italian food culture in New York, which is wonderful. And Becco, her restaurants.
Exactly, all the restaurants.
So she really pushes the traditional Italian cooking style and the way you use the verdure, all the vegetables that are grown in season, using the vegetables in season, using the food in season rather than just whatever that the truck can bring in,
Right.
But you know what I've always said to my mother, living in New York City, it's difficult nowadays to know what is in season.
Yeah.
You're trying to find everything.
I know.
My mom said, you eat that? But it's no season. I'm like, how do I know? I found it at the supermarket.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Giada Valenti will perform Wednesday evening, July 17th at 8 p.m. at the Piano Room of Etc., 352 West 44th Street in the Theater District of New York City. From Venice with Love, featuring Giada Valenti, also accompanied by her own all-men band. Giada will take you on a musical journey, singing with her own renditions of hits from the 60s, 70s, and 80s. As well as
MaryAnn, can we also say where they can purchase tickets or where they can find information?
Yes, please, go right ahead. I have it here, but you go right ahead.
Okay, they can go on my website, which is giadavalenti.com. I spell for them the name. This is very weird. It's GiadaValenti.com. Or they can call for tickets and information at 212-399-4141. And I think I know, MaryAnn, you said you were busy, you couldn't make it. Maybe Michela and Armando, they can come. They will. I would love to meet them.
Yeah.
This is going to be Michela and Armando. Thank you. It's going to be Wednesday evening at the Piano Room at
Well, I leave for Germany Tuesday.
Oh,
but you know what? I'll check your tour schedule, and I'll come when I come back. I'll definitely see, because you're going to be
I'm gonna
playing
be,
more. Yeah,
I'm going to be all around. So,
Yeah.
I mean, indeed, if people goes to giadavalenti.com, they can also join the mailing list. Maybe you and Armando can do it.
Definitely,
MaryAnn, and
definitely.
Then you're going to hear.
I would love to hear you sing again live. You were a fantastic
I would
performer.
love to meet you. So
It was
Thank
wonderful.
you. And Giada, thank you very much for being our guest today. Thank you again, Joe Raynone, for putting this together. Armando and Michaela, thank you for helping with the interview. God bless you.
Definitely, no
And
problem.
Giada, the best of luck to you. I cannot wait to meet you in person and give you a big hug. You're so skinny, I could probably pick you up.
Me, I know. I love the big hugs. I mean, I have people that come to the show for the big hug in the end of the show. So thank you. And I want to also, I put it on Facebook today, so MaryAnn. So I want to also thank all the fans that are writing me that they are listening to us. And thank you guys. Love you all. And thank you, MaryAnn, very, very much for this opportunity to promote my show.
You know, Giada, this was my pleasure. And when you are touring again and when you are performing again, please ask JJ, please ask Mr. Power, or to let Joe Raynone know, or to email me. And I would love to put you on the air again.
Thank you so very much.